Hey, what's going on to you, Taurus? So you have the Devil, the Lovers, the Death card, ooh, Nine of Pentacles, the Star, King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands. So for you, Taurus, right? The Devil, the Lovers, the Death card, back to back to back. I just see that a lot of people are honestly not ready to be with y'all. You know, a lot of people are not ready to be with y'all. It's time for them to actually start to lose their ego a little bit. Be in something special with you. They can't do it. They have a problem letting go of their ego. They get scared. It's all about how it is that they are afraid to let that go. So now it's like you, Taurus, have had to restart, because it's like you were getting to know them. You thought, right, the Lovers, you thought that it was going to go somewhere, only for you to turn out that it wasn't. It didn't go anywhere. In order for you, Taurus, to actually, you know, you at that point, you, Taurus, just had to move forward, because there was no way that this person was actually going to be in a relationship with you, because it's at a standstill, right? When it's time for them to actually do right by you, right? They could have gotten physical with you, all of that type of stuff, if you know what I mean. All of that worked for them. But when it comes to do relationship stuff, now all of a sudden they don't want to do that. The Nine of Pentacles and the Star card now, the Nine of Pentacles and the Star card now is now about, so a lot of you, Taurus, are not having a problem with that. You've moved forward, right? Because that really, these three cards really was a chapter in your life, right? Where this is you're not new to this, right? This is something that you, Taurus, know that when, you know, people can talk a big game, and that's one thing that I want y'all to understand. And I wish I had enough time to really explain it to you, but people can talk a big game, but when it comes to actually being in a relationship like that, something real, most people get scared. I really want to say something else. And the Nine of Pentacles and the Star is about how you, Taurus, have to understand that, and don't take it super personally, because most people are not going to be in a relationship with you, or a serious one. That goes for anybody. Most of the people that you come across, it's not going to be serious, because they're just too busy being dysfunctional. And the King of Pentacles represents, but at the very least, right, you can relax, right, feeling more confident, because those people are ultimately running away from you, and it's not the other way around. It's not how it is that people through social media like to make it seem, right, like you're trash. It's about those people being dysfunctional, and they can't be in a relationship with you because they're not equipped to be in one. So now you know that you were the one that was serious, but those people, they really wasn't serious. They was too scared. And the Queen of Swords is about how, but just be careful, not, like I said, not to become upset, not to take it personally. The Ace of Cups, it's suggesting you, Taurus, should just continue to get to know other people. You know, it's not, maybe you were getting to know someone fairly recently and you had to do it with them, and it flashed you back, or you remembered what it was like when that used to happen to you. It's going to happen to anyone that is worth their salt. It's going to happen to anyone that has value, because it's about the microwavable relationships now. It's about the Instagram pics now. It's about that type of stuff. So you sitting up here thinking you may get something real, not really, you know, and that kind of goes for everyone. Even the people in the game themselves, right? Even the people in the game themselves talk about how it's very lonely at times, because they want something real. And so You know, so now you have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is about how, well, not a the Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, right? You know what I mean? You have to understand that you shouldn't feel ashamed for yourself. You wanted to be in something real. It's just that others don't. We're at a time right now where it's popular to be an idiot. Basically, it's popular. So the Nine of Cups is about how, since that's the case, a lot of people are going to step to you with the nonsense, right? When when you engage with them, most of the times it's going to be a fly-by-night type of scenario because they're not equipped. And the Nine of Wands represents, even if you were offering them the real thing, most people don't know what to do with it because they are afraid, right? They haven't practiced on their relationship skills at all. It's been much more about trying to front for the gram, for social media. And like a lot of times people front and people go above and beyond, and people will be like, oh, well, if your person, or if the other person that you're supposed to be getting to know has a social media page, dump them. And it's like, listen, we need to be practical about the situation, because at the end of the day, all of this stuff about how broken people are, it really does come down to personal choice. Like if a person chooses to be broken, a person chooses to live their life in brokenness, like I could understand, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Like I understand that we all go through our own thing, but there comes a point, and I'm saying this, there comes a point where life has to go on, right? You can't, no matter what happens to you, by the way. Yes, you can take your time, you can feel it, right? I'm not going to be inconsiderate about that. You can take your time, you can feel what it is that you're going to feel. But the Ace of Cups, at some point, the Death card, at some point, life has to go on. It's like, how long are you going to stay stuck in this one scenario? And it goes to show you how sensitive a lot of people are, because Taurus, some people will literally live their whole lives here or here. They'll live their whole lives here. They'll hook on to one event in their life, and my gosh, how sensitive people are. They will literally live out the rest of their life. They will, for instance, they can get dumped when they're 14 by someone that they really liked, and they'll be in their 30s, right? 40s, 50s, whatever. And they have that same level of dysfunction. It's like, my gosh, get over it already. Like, I understand it's messed up. I'm completely empathetic. I'm completely compassionate. I get it. Heartbreak. But come on. You're going to live your whole life here, and some people choose to live their whole life there. So that cuts back on relationship practice, because that's what also messes it up too. Let's clarify some of these cards. Is relationship practice, right? Relationships don't necessarily work out, but for the relationships that don't work out, you're learning through practical application how to be in a relationship with someone, right? Based upon the things that you did well and your mistakes that caused your breakup, that made you into a better person. But when you have people who lack relationship experience, it's like, come on, And this is what, let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups. This is why it is that a lot of people lack relationship experience, because people are so interested in getting their rocks off, so to speak, in this hookup culture. They're not even paying attention to relationship experience. So you are manufacturing a large group, the majority group of dysfunctional people who don't even know how to exist in anything long-term with anybody, because everything is so microwavable. So the Two of Cups, so to clarify the Nine of Cups, you have the Two of Cups, the Ace of Wands, Eight of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, because relationships are not they're not dual-sided, or they're not equal opportunity. It's very much so one person has to leverage it totally to them because they don't know how to be in a relationship. So you Taurus now coming into the space trying to give something to someone that is profitable for both sides and both sides can enjoy being in a relationship. Are you crazy? That's not going to work out for these dysfunctional people. Are you crazy? That ain't going to work. These people, you know what I'm saying? You have to go looking for that because the Eight of Swords and the Page of Pentacles is about, you can tell some, like most times these days, you could tell somebody what it is that you want and they don't even know how to give it to you because they understand it from an intellectual standpoint, right? Where they understand what it is that you're asking them, right? Or they understand from an intellectual standpoint what a relationship is, right? But they haven't experienced it because in actual application of it, their version of a relationship is fast, hookup culture, quote unquote. That ain't a culture, but okay, right? Understanding what hookups look like, and that's it. So most people are primarily out of touch. You Taurus are coming back. Like you gotta understand now. Like you gotta understand the mindset, Taurus, and we're getting into a deeper layer. You gotta understand that that old fashioned now is dating. Like dating is considered old fashioned. Like you trying to get to know somebody now, that is the new code name for traditional. Dating now is like old fashioned. It's real crazy.